All right, here we are. Hello, everybody. We're coming online right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and also lovecityarts.org. It's the Good Report, day number 10. It is Monday the 23rd, and here we are every night at 8:30 Eastern, gathering to hold space for gratitude, love, abundance, and the good things that happen in our day. It wasn't all bad, was it? We may be in the middle of a pandemic, but something told me that I should be online every night at 8:30 to hear what the good news was and to hold space for those who may have felt alone today. You're not going to be alone on our watch. You certainly will not. We've got your back. Even if it's 2 or 3 of us that get together every night to play in our little sandbox together, here we are. Here we are. Let me know where you are watching from and who you are so we can all check in, sound off who you are and where you may be watching from. We gather every night of this pandemic at 8:30. Didn't even see this coming at all, guys, like for real. But I made a decision to hold space for positivity and light and love and encouragement every night at 8:30. So here we are. We'll talk for a little bit. We'll chat about what happened good in our day. We can talk about things that didn't happen good. I saw this, it's on my Facebook feed, a picture like a man apparently like died on the train, and they just took his body off the train and they put a cloth over it and the train kept moving. It was just such a bizarre thing to see. And I'm like, oh my goodness, we have to keep remembering our humanity in the ways that we are every night. And you don't have to necessarily come back here every night at 8:30 and partake in the love and the good feeling vibes of gratitude. You don't have to. But please be getting that from somewhere. We are too early in this, and there's too many vulnerable people for us to just not find whatever our center is. And that's not a judgment call that I'm making, because I'm finding mine too every day. There are parts of me that I didn't even know we're still hanging out in there. But you know, when you're in stillness, these things start to. Hey, Jamie Marie, good to see you from Wyoming, all the way out west. Thanks for joining us. You know, after being in the house for 10 days straight, I mean, I've not left my block in 10 days, so because we're at the epicenter of this thing for the East Coast and potentially for America. And so being in the house for 10 days, you know, I'm meditating and stuff, so it's not all bad, but it's not all good either. Especially when you're seeing, you know, these stories coming out about people who are passing away in Italy, or, you know, my friends which we're going to hold space for them in a few minutes, because that's what we come here to do. We don't come here just to listen to me talk. We come here to actually hold space. Hey, Karen Crawford. Hi. I am your flower, and I mean, wow, the flower was crushed a little bit today. The day was wild. Today was a little bit crazy. We could talk about it in a second. Once this is over, I'm getting all up in that. Look, Jamie, we gotta clue everybody in on the joke, because it can't be an inside joke in here. People don't know what the fuck we're talking about. There is this meme back when memes were just beginning, when I was living in Wyoming, where the meme was basically, have you ever felt so fine that you just want to lay up in a refrigerator full of cheese? And this literal, like, beautiful black woman in leopard tights was laid in the cheese counter that you see at the grocery store. And Jamie and I used to send this back and forth to each other and just giggle all the time, because she's like, have you ever felt this fine? Have you ever felt this fine? So funny. Hey, Karen. All right, I see your kisses as well. You know what? Since we've got 8 viewers right now on Facebook alone, and then I see people trickling into YouTube, I'll just pick my card at the top of this. Would that work for everybody? If I like, instead of like meander about, if I just pick the card at the top of the good report. By the way, this is not tarot. This is not woo-woo. This is, I mean, if it were, it'd be my business and not yours anyway. But these are from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nipo, who's an amazing inspirational poet and writer. And these are his inspiration cards. Y'all know the deal. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop. I'll be looking for the first stop. We'll pull our inspiration card for the day, and then we'll hold space for our emergency workers and our families and our loved ones. We'll just hold space for all of them. Someone tell me to stop. I don't want to be shuffling these cards this whole time that we have together. Y'all really gonna make me do this? Someone tell me to stop. There could be a delay in the feed because, you know, Facebook doesn't want people acting crazy out here. So I'll just keep going until I see, like, probably what's going to be multiple stops. Someone's going to stop. Oh, Karen. Oh, Karen, I don't know. Should I do the one on the top or the one on the bottom? Oh, man. I usually do the one that my thumb is closest to. I think that's going to be the one tonight. Unless you call for the opposite one. All right, I'm going to do this one. Unless someone said do the top one. I do believe in serendipity. All right. Tonight's card is from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nipo. Oh, you want the top. Okay, well. Oh, man. You changed the whole... Because I read the cards. And you changed the whole game when you said top, Karen. Tonight's card from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nipo, inspiration cards. I think they just took, like, quotes of his and lifted them out. But those of you who've been watching for the last 10 days, you know that already. Tonight's card is... I can never get the... You know what it might be? You know, so help me. I wonder if I can fix this in real time. Because every night, and you all can help me with this, because I have no shame. Oh, you know, that's what it is. Every night. Oh, wrong way. Oh, no, baby. We can't do it. The card is Sense of Peace. Sense of Peace is tonight's card. The card says, so many times in our own despair, we see our pain as something that will never end. In fact, this often defines our moments of despair, when we believe that our pain contains the rest of us. In contrast, there is a sense of peace to work towards, the belief that our life contains our pain. You see what that man did here tonight? So many times in our despair, we see our pain as something that will never end. In fact, this often defines our moments of despair, when we believe that our pain contains the rest of us. But in contrast, there's a sense of peace to work towards, the belief that our life contains our pain. Essentially, it's not pain overtaking us, it's just pain as part of us. Hey, Kathy. Good to see you. Passing through, sending love, hugs, prayers. Stay safe, everyone. That's why we gather. We gather every night at 8:30 just to, like, pass on those good vibes and have that sense of peace. I'm just going to launch in, since we've got most of the people in the space that we have over on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and lovecityarts.org. I think we're streaming the night over there. I want to hold space, as we do every night, for our emergency workers, the amazing people who are on the front lines of this pandemic. They wake up every morning, they kiss their kids goodbye, they kiss their partners goodbye, and they go into these emergency rooms on these long shifts, or into hospital ICUs on these long shifts, working to keep people safe and try to keep as many few from dying as possible. We send them light. Who else are we sending light to tonight? Chime in and let me know. I'll read it out, and then we'll hold space together, and then we'll jump off. There's no guest tonight unless someone wants to come on and talk about what they're grateful for, what their good report is. If you want to do that, I'll drop the number. I'll drop the number down here if you want to come on and chat with me, but there's no pressure. We're not pressed. Not in the middle of a pandemic, we're not. We're going to be grateful for the gifts. That's it. That's the only reason why I gather. I just threw that number up, 404-585-1278. Let me know if you want to come on and have a moment of gratitude with me. Karen Crawford, she just wants to say how much I just want to say how much I love hearing your encouragement to all people. I hope we all find a sense of peace knowing that despair is part of life. It really is. It really is. It's so hard to yes, despair is a part of life and not all of life. I'm going to just take a moment to pause and just think about that. Despair is a part of life and not all of life. We take that in. We take that in. Thank you for the love, Karen. I don't think I'm a unicorn. I don't think I'm that special. I think that I am just vibing in the same wave of all the other good people. I think that America has a lot of good people, and I think that us good people, and there's varying degrees of good in there, but us good people. Hey Melissa, hey Kim, good to see you. Those of us who are just good people, just trying to work our jobs and be kind to one another, I think there's more of us than the actual evildoers. I think there's more of us than the people that are stealing millions of dollars out of the stock market because they had insider information. I think there's more of us than them, and I just want to hold space continually and for the rest of my life in ways like this, for those of us who vibe on that plane. If you vibe on that plane, give me a thumbs up. If you're all about seeing people come together in a time of fear, give me a heart. Actually, don't give it to me, give it to yourself. So yeah, the emergency workers we blast with love. Families and partners and sons and daughters, we blast with love. Who else are we blasting with love tonight? Our leadership. I don't blast him enough as I should, because it makes me feel like it's probably my ego. But those of us who are in the leadership of our country, yes, we need each other. And believe it or not, I need him to get his shit together so that we can come together and do better for ourselves and for each other. We really do need it, Kim. We really do need each other, Karen. And so I'm going to just send light to Pennsylvania Avenue. It's been a long time since I've done that. I'm not going to take responsibility for being the pen that keeps all of this together. That ain't me. But I've not been sending enough love there. And I think that this is not the vibe that I was wanting tonight. And I'm in complete capability of bringing that back to where I want it to be. This is the vibe that I wanted. Yes. Okay. We're blasting. Is it 1400 Pennsylvania Avenue? I'm the byproduct of a public education. So public school education, which is great, by the way. But I think it's 1400 Pennsylvania Ave. I think that's where the White House is, and I won't go too far off of my usual antics. That's where the occupant lives, and we're going to blast that whole establishment with light and love. See how hard it was for me to come off of that? Let me just try again. All right. Maybe if I can just get my posture right. We blast our federal government, our state government, our city government, and our local government with love and with light right now. 1600. I was down the street. You know where I was? I was over at the National Museum of African American History and Culture. Because let me tell you something. What's happening over there is way more popping than what's happening at 1600 Pennsylvania, but all the same, because we are all one, And because we are dependent upon each other, the occupant included in this, I'm going to blast our federal government, 1600 Pennsylvania Ave, and our state government, and our city government, and our local municipalities and local commissioners. I'm blasting them all with love right now. And I'd ask you to join me to the level of your comfort. This may be like, what? Getting on here every night to hold space with the 6 of you that are in this space, just passing through. People have come and they've gone. It's cool. There's replays. They'll be on the podcast. Just holding space and also choking. Ooh. Holding space for more hope, more love, and more compassion. More hope, more love, and more compassion. Where did I put that card? Is it right here? So many times in our despair, we see our pain as something that will never end. In fact, this often defines our moments of despair when we believe that our pain contains the rest of us. But in contrast, there's a sense of peace to work towards, the belief that our life contains our pain. Karen says, there is a light that is bigger than, you know what I want to do right now? And this is probably going to get me flagged on, but I want to just play this for those of you who are listening right now. This is going to get my shit muted by Facebook later, but I feel like I want to play this because I'm no DJ, but I just really feel led to play this and to put this into the air. All right, here we go. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear this. I just want to put this out in the air right now. I don't know why. I'm nobody's preacher, I'm nobody's teacher, I'm no one's guru. I'm just a guy, a human being just like you, just trying to put more light out in the world than what I find. Listen to this shit.
There is a light, a holy light. There is a light, a holy light. There is a light, a holy light. There is a light that is shining for you, coming in to make you whole, is shining for you, coming in to make you whole. There is a love, a holy love. There is a love. There is a love, a holy love. There is a love that is shining for you.
Shining for you.
Coming in to make you whole, it's shining for you. Coming in to make you whole. There is a peace, a holy peace. There is a peace. There is a peace, a holy peace. There is a peace. is shining for you, coming in to make you whole is shining for you.
Yeah. Coming in.
To make you whole.
Yes. Yes. So anyway, that's all I came to say. And every night doesn't have to be a long time for us to be together. Sometimes we'll gather for 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I've told you I'll be here at 8:30 every night until this is over. If no one shows up, then I'll hang out and hold the same space that we've been holding for the last 10 days together. I'll hold it on my own. I'll keep the light on for you, and then I'll come back the following day. This is not about a like. This is not about a love. This is not about a flex. This is not about a clap. This is about, like, keeping light shining for each other as we walk through this together. And I'm thrilled about the community that we have together. So, extending light to everyone under the sound of my voice and not. Extending love to every beloved child of the universe. In Buddhism, we say, may they be happy, may they be healthy, may they be free of suffering. May they be happy. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be whole and free of suffering. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free of suffering. Just breathe in and out. Breathe in and breathe out. Maybe this is the first conscious breath you've taken all day in the hustle and bustle. Breathe in. Hey, Daniel. Good to see you, brother. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, this last breath that we take, hopefully it's not the last breath you take, but you know what I mean? Like this one this intentional breath that we're taking, make this the biggest breath that you've taken all day. Breathe in. And breathe out. I did have something that I wanted to share, but I forgot what it was, which means I may want to just share it tomorrow. Oh, the things that I said I wanted to be grateful for today. I want to be grateful for my Buddhist practice. It's really been helping me in a pinch, like I've said all the time on all the things I do. Jesus is just all right with me, but the Buddha got my mind together. And so, yes, Daniel, may you be happy, whole, and free of suffering. First deep breath. So good, so good. So glad that you're breathing. That's what this space is for, just to breathe, realize that there is goodness in you. There's goodness in the world. Hey, Sheena. There's goodness in the world, and there's so much to be grateful for. We can start our rampages of appreciation now if you want to join in with that. I have 3 things that I wrote down that I'm grateful for that I figured out in the last 24 hours since I saw you last. That's the only reason why we gather here every night. So what you're hearing right now is not my mix. Like I said, I'm not a DJ. This is just a lo-fi mix that I found on YouTube. It's called Chill Hop Music. All one word, CHILLHOP, Chill Hop Music. I love this shit. Apparently it's called lo-fi. It's like low fidelity, which means that they don't treat it. It's just like raw sound. I think that's what it means. It's a really stripped sound if you can hear it. And I like it to study too because it doesn't have a lot of words and it's also groovy. Hey, Pam, good to see you tonight. I love you. And so I'm going to give thanks tonight for lo-fi music. What are you guys grateful for? Please sound off so they'll come through and then I can stop talking about me. Like I said already, I'm grateful for Buddhism. I'm grateful for all the spiritual paths that are represented. That's one thing I have been seeing, like all of the people of faith in their own special. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that are under tents and camp revivals right now infecting each other. I ain't talking about them. But a lot of the people in faith traditions have pulled it online and they've just pulled it into a really compassionate space for each other. Buddhist, Muslim, Christian, everyone's on the same page here, and I've seen everyone, all of the lights stepping up in their own way to contribute their piece of positivity to the world. It's moving to me. If you need a really kind of easy approach to Buddhism, this is like a shameless plug for my friends, Buddhist Insights. They just bought a monastery, so it's like a baby castle out in New Jersey. When they were in the Rockaways, I used to go for their overnights. It's donation-based Dharma, donation-based. And if you don't know what Dharma is kind of like Buddhist like scripture. This stuff like goes way, way, way back in time. This really good knowledge for us. And the last thing I'm grateful for, anyway, shout out to Buddhist Insights because I need to complete a thought. So shout out to them. Check them out on Facebook and on, Google them, Buddhist Insights. They're amazing. Shout out to Bhante, Sudaso, and the Venerable Soma over there. They're awesome people. And they just started putting up their talks on YouTube. And I'm listening to like one a day as like a personal life hack. Okay, I'm grateful for this craziness bringing me closer and to spirit I needed to be Isn't that something, Sheena? Dead ass. Pam says, we just done our live. Love you. Grateful for technology so we can all keep in contact. I mean, community is everything. I say it all the time. Community over competition. We're realizing that capitalism and all this fighting is killing us and the planet. We got to come together. And to echo Sheena's point again, as my phone goes off, I'm grateful for this craziness bringing me closer in spirit to people I needed to be closer to for years. Kim goes on and says, thankful for the treats that Panera Bread donated to the hospital today. It was truly appreciated. You know what? I'm a foodie too. You can't, free food? Daniel says, free food will always get me to pull over on the side of the road. That is, if you gonna trap me, put food in the cage. Daniel Williams says, I'm grateful for the practices of my ancestors. Thanks for family love, all my family's chosen and given. Grateful for my growing love for self. I want to read that one more time. I'm grateful for the practices of my ancestors. I would love to talk more about that. If you want to text me at 404-585-1278, we could talk about that right now. You just reach out to me, DM me, and then we can schedule it out so you can come on. I'm here every night at 8:30. I'm not going anywhere until they let me out the house. I'm sheltering in place and loving in place. Daniels once again says, I'm grateful for the practices of my ancestors. Thanks for family love, all my families, chosen and given. Yeah, I shout out to everybody who's watching all over the world right now. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, lovecityarts.org. Chosen and given family, all of you, and grateful for my growing love for self. I should check my phone and make sure that someone's not texting me to come on. Wow. Daniel Williams says, I'm grateful for the liberation. Are you talking about Liberate meditation app for people of color? For those of you who are watching, great resource share right there, Daniel. The one with the red logo, right? Let me know in the comments so I can see it. It's this amazing app that's free on all of the app stores. Sorry, guys. I know I washed my hands before this, so I hope that it's okay that I hope I'm not annoying anybody. Like, my beard is like super like in the way tonight. Like it's like I'm eating it, which is disgusting to say out loud. 1 second. It's my party. I can cry if I want to. Shit. She needs oil. She needs butters. And she also needs to be like shaped. I deeply and profoundly love and approve of myself. I deeply and profoundly love and approve of myself. I deeply and profoundly love and approve of myself. Anyway, that's how I get myself out of a pinch. If I start, like I was about to talk badly about my beard and how unmoisturized and unkempt it is, and I was about to like degrade myself. And then I said, no, I deeply and profoundly love and approve of myself. Like I said, I'm not a guru. I'm just living my fucking life and putting it on camera. I deeply and profoundly love and approve of myself. If you ever find yourself beating up on yourself, I deeply and profoundly love and approve of myself. The whole thing is, even though I'm talking shit about my face right now, I deeply and profoundly love and approve of myself. Like, that's the whole process. Even though I'm not being very kind to me, even though I'm beating up on myself for like laying in bed all day in the middle of a pandemic when the whole hustle culture is saying that we should be going, that's not true. You do what you need to do right now. You take your time. This is shifting the whole face of the world. Take your time. If you want to lay down and take a long nap, if you have that ability, if you want to lay down and take a long nap instead of doing your own personal live stream, and I'm all about everybody live streaming in this. Everybody's live streaming these days. Everybody is. I'm all about that creativity, but if it's not in your heart to do it right now, you don't have to. Daniel confirmed that yes, the Liberate app, it's with the red and white logo, free on all application platforms. I'll throw up a link tonight and tomorrow as well as a follow-up. Gotta make a note about that. Yeah, check that app out. It's dedicated to Black, Indigenous people of color and kind of meditations and teachings from the Buddhist tradition that helps us anchor in what our needs specifically are, because the needs of Black and brown people in America are very specific. Daniel says, I'm grateful for Audible. I'm grateful for essential oils and grateful for adult Listen, you're grateful for adult toys. We were talking about this last night because Stacia was in the room last night. Stacia's a friend of Love City Arts and a friend of mine, both my brand and also my heart adores Stacia. I don't know if there's like even a line between the two sometimes. Like, it's just all love up in here. And Stacia was saying last night that the thirst was getting a little strong. Yeah, we're in day 10, I believe this is, or at least the 10th day that I started doing this type of thing online. And I have, not to like, you know what, deeply and profoundly loving and approving of myself. My loving bed, to use the words of Nola Darlene, is wonderful. Yes, tee-hee. Karen just got married though, so she's her loving bed is like signed, sealed, delivered. It's hers. Signed, sealed, delivered. Karen ain't got no problems. Karen's got Bay on lock. She said if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. And Karen knows my ex-husband too. Well, anyway, that's a tangent. Anyway, for those of us who don't have Bay on love on top, as Beyonce would say, for those of us who don't, we're in day 10. That's all I got to say about that. We're in day 10, and I was doing on day 1. I'm probably gonna lose every viewer, and that's okay too, because like I said, I deeply and profoundly love and approve of myself. Right before the city shut down, all non-essential stores shut down, there's a sex shop that's literally maybe a few train stops away. I've never been in there, but I've heard they've got wonderful selection. And I have left a sex toy in every state that I've lived in. I don't know if it my special box gets misplaced, but somehow every time I make a major shift in life, my fun doesn't come with me. And that same happened when I moved to New York. Oh my God, it's been 5 or 6 years now, if not longer. So I contemplated as we were going into shutdown, going and grabbing a new friend. But I didn't go. And I think I'm okay. But I can tell that anyway, hey, do your thing, boo. My boo and I are staying separated, so I don't. Oh, you're not even. What do you do? Karen, what's going on? Are you. Y'all are staying in separate parts of the house? Did one of you. Well, I can't ask that out here. It's probably a precaution or something. Share if you'd like. But she said that her boo and her are staying separate, so they don't take the chance of exposing him. Wow. Light to that situation, because you all recently got married and now coronavirus is. Oh, Karen works with the public and it's not. No, it's not. I've got. It's not. Hey, Daniel. Yes, new friend. Yes. Wow, guys. It's really cool to be able to... Let me know if you text me, too, so that I can dial you up. What I need to do is start putting out a call earlier so that people that want to come on and give their... one of my teachers calls it a rampage of appreciation, what we just did, of what we're grateful for. And I should call people up or get people on deck to talk about what they're grateful for. Well, you know what? I never said that we had to fill the time together. Sometimes a little is all you need. So wherever you are on the planet right now, like I say every night, I've been saying for the last 10 nights, and will continue to say until this thing is over, if you've not breathed today, take a breath. If someone's not told you today that they loved you, I love you. And just know that as long as we're together... Oh, okay, you're going to hit me in the inbox now, or you're going to hit me later? I don't know, Daniel, if you're going to hit me now to come on, if you're going to hit me later. Let me know. It's all good. The reason why I'm doing this is because somewhere in my heart, I know that I'm going to be in the right place at the right time when someone comes through in the middle of this thing and needs to hear that, in the words of Patti LaBelle, somebody loves you, baby. And so on the off chance during this pandemic someone pops through, cool, Daniel. Yeah, let's meet in the DMs, and that's for anybody watching or watches later. Send me a DM if you want to come on and talk about your coronavirus experience, what you're going through, and how you're making it through. That's what we're holding space for in this space every night at 8:30. Sometimes, Amy says, sometimes I click play on this just so I can hear your voice for a few minutes. It just makes me smile. This voice? Oh, that was like a perfect cue. Oh, I love you, Amy. Amy is one of my extroverted friends. Amazing documentarian and artist and creative and actress, and I think you write plays and an editor for, I won't get into her business, but an amazing creative all around who's extremely extroverted and always going, like, this lady has like her own personal Google Maps that she can send you of things in New York. So a mover and a shaker, if you will. And she's been in the house as well. I watched as the whole March Madness thing. I think it's okay for me to say that you edit those games. Could you imagine like editing those like quick shots and things? And so I watched as all of that began to kind of fall apart, as all of our lives were falling apart in varying degrees. But I've watched you hold on to your community, Amy. I've watched you reach out and let your community know specifically what you need and how you need it. Let me know if your mother got toilet paper. That was your mother, right? Yeah, Amy, let me know if your mom got toilet paper. Jokes aside, let us know. If my voice can somehow bring happiness to you, then another good thing. I've said, if one person comes through here and hears a message of love, not anchored in church and religion and bullshit, just love for love's sake. Let me read these comments and shut up. Let's see here. Sometimes I click play so just so I can hear your voice for a few minutes. It makes me smile. Amy also says, and just in that exact moment, I heard you say somebody loves you, baby, and I needed to hear it. Love you. Amen, says Kim. Yes, that voice. Oh, yeah. Hey, you do the... I've not done the sanitize song challenge. I would look. Is that on Instagram or where is that? Oh, Amy, you're crying. Apparently, I really needed this right now. I love you. Still working on... Okay, I don't want to put your mom on blast. Is she in the state? Or is she, like... I mean, let us know. You don't have to like tell us her address, but let us know what state she's in. Somebody's got to get the mom the toilet paper. I don't know what we need to do to get the mom the toilet paper. This is concerning. People have got to wipe their asses, especially moms. Where is she, Amy? I love you dearly. It's kind of wild. Okay, all right. Keep me posted though, for real. I know that I'm like that overbearing friend that like, you know, I try not to be that. Are you okay? Are you okay? Is she okay? Is she okay? But like, I saw that, like the algorithm, Mark Zuckerberg's algorithm allows us to see each other. Thank goodness. And so I saw that. Yeah. Anyway, not to put your mom on blast, but I want her to be okay. Oh, it's on Facebook. Bishop Yvette Flonder is isn't that the one that sang "Thank You, Lord" with the Walter Hawkins family? She's awesome, and I believe she's queer. She's queer and she loves Jesus. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine what could happen if we just expanded our mind around how much love we could contain. I'm not gonna preach, but I'm just gonna say that one more time. Imagine what could happen if we expanded our imagination around how much love we could contain. The people we could feed, the people we could house, the babies we could take care of, the people we could hug, the waves we could give, the songs we could write, the poems we could write, the theater we could create, the ways we could show up for each other. If we expanded our minds and made more room, a bigger container for love inside and outside. Like I said, I'm not going to preach tonight. I'm not even a fucking preacher. Like I keep telling you, I'm not a unicorn. I want to get t-shirts made. I probably shouldn't be talking about this idea out loud, but whatever. I want to get t-shirts made as I think we're losing bandwidth anyway. It looks like I'm going through a challenge. Is it? Oh, you know what? I didn't plug us into the internet tonight. That's why I didn't put us on the heavy internet. This whole thing's been going off over Wi-Fi, y'all. Lord. This whole thing's been going over Wi-Fi. Sorry about that. The whole thing has been going over Wi-Fi. It doesn't like that. But yes, if we expand our imagination, I mean, I just want to do an exercise with those of you who are watching. And like I said, I'm not trying to prolong this thing. I just look around your house at a lot of the things that we have. I'm not talking about like the super technological things, like, you know, the technology. I'm talking about like the cardboard box that's sitting there, or like the tripod that's standing there, or like the TV, or like the blanket. Like, look at these little things and realize that like they were like in someone's imagination before they came out. So like we're totally able to elevate our imagination and create more opportunity in the world. Someone says yes to that imagination ever growing. Yeah, I mean, maybe we can talk about that tomorrow. I'll make a note of that. Tomorrow when we come back, if you come back, let's talk about the things that we're imagining. I'm gonna write in the 24th, which will be number 11. I'm gonna just write imagination, so that we can talk tomorrow about expanding our imagination. I believe that within our imagination are things like universal health care, universal basic income, food benefits, sheltering of the homeless. They opened all of these abandoned federal buildings so the homeless could come inside. We could have done that a long time ago if we expanded our imagination of love. I'll find that Instagram quote too. This damn phone. You know what it is though? It's an alarm that says, can y'all read that? It says I am enough, number 2. because at 9 o'clock, it's snooze, but at 9 o'clock in the morning, my phone alerts me. It says, you are enough. And I go, I am enough. And then at 9 o'clock at night, it goes off number 2. You are enough. And then I say, I am enough. It's a little reminder in my day because I'm constantly trying to remind myself these days, this is just my work, my path, what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm nobody's guru. But I put that in my phone so that because I want to be reminded, like, how would I behave in this situation if I believed that I was enough? Like, there's a confrontation I'm having with a friend or something like that, like, and I've just been bottling it up. If I believed that I was enough, how would I? Is anybody picking up what I'm putting down? How would I? So yeah, I'm enough is written on the mirror that's off the kitchen into the bathroom, and then on the kitchen mirror as well. And there's no mirror in the kitchen. I'm lying. In the bathroom mirror as well, I've written in dry erase marker, I am enough. So there's little reminders. A lot of us would relate to life differently if we knew we were enough. Anyway, tomorrow we'll talk about imagination. In the meantime, I want you all to have a wonderful night. I want you to know that you're loved. I want you to know that you are held in the hands of a universe that is loving you. It just wants to love you. It wants to take care of you. We talk about this every night. The grass is not screaming for water. The birds are not crying out for food. Somehow there's always, if you believe it, and I know this sounds very Pollyanna as fuck, but if you believe it, all of your needs will be supplied. Amy, I'm so glad you stopped by too. You feel my heart, love. I'm so glad I stopped by tonight. You filled my heart. Love you. I love you. And we're going to continue showing up, all or none of us. We're going to continue to show up every night at 8:30 to be light and love and positivity, and just to hold space. Just hold space for what we want to come instead of what we're seeing on in the other places. All right, I'll stop babbling now. Have a very good night. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow at 8:30 on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and lovecityarts.org. Remember that love is the greatest power there ever is. Yes to writing on mirrors. Speak to the future, past, and present you. I am enough. Daniel, just message me so you can come on here and just say your piece. You know you got your sermon locked and loaded. Let's just broadcast it. I love you, everybody. Have a great night.